What's your name?
Stop it. You know it's your boy Drake the Comedian. Peep game, you lame.
Yeah, you good.
I think the Lord cause he been good to me. He told me I'm a God, I'm talking little G. He gave me new life that's gonna last forever. He gave me peace when I got stormy weather.
Man, what's popping, man? What's popping, man? I got the one and only, the funniest, most supportive dude I know in the building right now, Drake, the comedian. What's cracking, man?
Thank you, man. Appreciate you for having me, my boy. I like you. I like how you said supportive. You know what I mean? Because I
Very
really do
supportive.
be supporting motherfuckers. You know what I mean? Genuinely, you did. Yeah, I like that.
Man, I'm excited to have you on here. You know what I'm saying? This is a guy, if y'all don't know, we've done a podcast in the past. We gotta do another one. And I have much love, much respect for this person, man, because whenever he was like the first one to help me just get out there, you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
He's a promoter. He just helped me do whatever I need to do, man. Hey, come take pictures. You know, he allowed me to get my practice on, and it opened up a lot more doors for me. And, you know, I'm highly appreciative about it. That's why whatever he need, I'm like, yeah, whatever, man, let's get it. Whatever you want, I'll do it for you, because he really opened those doors. And that's from 4 or 5 years ago, and he's still doing it to this day. So, man, thank you, bro.
No, I
for real.
appreciate that for sure. That's how it gotta be though. You know what I mean? Sure, my motherfuckers trying to start off and like they got a vision for something. Most people will close that door on them because they don't have that experience that's needed. But
Right.
if you low key see like crazy, I don't even like using the word potential. But if you see somebody trying to using that gift, you dig, let them utilize that gift, even if they not fully where they need to be at. But it ain't gonna take time if that person is real passionate about what they want to do. You know?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I know, a lot about you. I want the people that's watching to know more about you. And, so I got some questions, you know what I'm saying?
Fact.
And the first question I want to ask is, what's something people always get wrong about you?
Uh, everybody just think I'm a comedian type. You know what I mean? Like, okay, you see the name Drake the Comedian, that's cool or whatever, but it's way more to me than just doing comedy. And to be honest, you know what I mean? I'm probably gonna stop doing comedy altogether, but I'm still gonna keep the name, you know what I mean? Because I really built that name up. And I thought you said that was my drink.
You say you ain't want none.
That was just like with you. I don't want no chocolate wine, man. What the hell? You trying to serve me some chocolate wine and shit? What the hell? Yeah, but nah, that's one thing. Like it's so much more avenues to me that people need to see and understand. You know what I mean? Just besides comedy, I don't want to just be boxed into the comedy world because that's just not what I am. If anything, I would like to say I'm a Renaissance man. I'm well rounded in so much stuff. You know what I mean? Besides comedy, so I don't want to be boxed in that genre alone. You know?
Right.
Yeah.
Because like I said, to this day, I ain't never seen this dude do no stand-up comedy.
That's cap. I got a video doing stand-up comedy for the same, and you was in a crowd going crazy.
But man, I'd be like, it's hard though. Stand-up comedy's hard. So
it is hard, but that's not the reason why I'm wanting to stop, because I just feel like
you need to be on like short films. So that's why.
yeah, or something like that. You know what I mean? I'm just more so of a personality than a
Yeah.
stand-up comedian. Like
Right.
I just want to have my hands in things.
Because that's
I
a
like
skill
doing.
on its own.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, man, I understand, man. So, it always gets you confused that you're a comedian. But like I said, I mean, I just told y'all he a promoter. So, he be
Right.
rapping, you know what I'm saying? Hit him with the flow, whatever.
Yeah, speaking of rapping and shit too, if I can indulge in that real quick. Shout out to my dog CGF Hot Boy. His album did drop last week, Thursday, and this is my first album that I've ever been on in history. And the crazy part about it is this is not a small album. This is a big album. He a big artist. Shout out CGF Hot Boy and shit. He got a couple of features on the album and shit though too. Well, I guess a couple of other features on the album, but I'm telling you, I'm definitely the best one. You did definitely the best feature on the album. Make sure y'all take take a listen to it. That's on Apple Music. It's called "C'est La Vie" by CGF Hot Boy. Yeah.
See, he come on here promoting the homies. I wish people did it more.
That's what it's about, man. You know what I mean?
You
You
know?
got a platform, so I might as well utilize it, you dig?
So, man, next question. When did you realize you were him? Like that exact moment you knew you were different?
I like when you say I'm him. You know what I mean? That's decent. I like that. To be honest, you know what I mean? I've always, even like back in the day, you know what I mean? Like before all this has happened, you know what I mean? I've always just been, people always has been gravitated to me. I always been like low-key popular, you know what I mean? Just a cool nigga, you know what I mean? Everybody want to be around, or me want to be around people. But I feel like the icing, to put the icing on the cake was a couple of years back. Like I said, I've always been a funny nigga, you know what I mean? But once people kept telling me like, yo, you need to start doing videos. Yo, doing videos. This is my philosophy. If you hear something more than 3 times, that means it's overly official. You know what I mean? So I kept hearing it. Do videos. You funny. You funny. You funny. You do videos. Do videos. I did a video, boom, pop, and that was just iced on the cake. Motherfucker, my very first video that I put out on social media, motherfucker hit over 1.7 million views, and I ain't know shit about algorithms or none of that. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's how I knew I was him for sure. You know?
I dig it. Everybody got that moment where I've had a few of those in my life. And like, you know, Speed, you Kodak pictures. Keep in mind, okay, I'm going to listen. You Kodak tattoos, okay, I'm going to listen. But when you start hearing everybody say it, it's like, I think I should go that route.
Right,
you know
for sure. And it's crazy because I get that kind of feedback in all genres that I touch, though. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm just one of those dudes that's really good at shit, you know? Yeah. Not to toot my horn for people that's on there like, oh, he's cocky, he's conceited. No, I'm just good at shit, you know?
Confident, man.
Yeah.
Like, why put yourself down if you work hard to be this good?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's not like you down at everybody else, like, oh, you suck. I'm better.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You're just saying, I'm good.
Yeah,
You can be good too.
I'm using the word good. I really should be using great, like for real, because I'm really nice with shit. So like, but I keep shit humble for the most part. You know what I mean? You know, because you got to think about it like this though too. It's, let's say for example, you a fully fledged rapper and you live to rap. You want to rap. You breathe it. You wake up rapping. Me, I'm just good at it. You know what I mean? I don't want to step on your toes because you live it, you feel it, you dream it. It's not my dream, but I just know how to do it so well that I kind of downplay it so that you don't feel like, damn, I'm going this whole route of becoming a fucking artist. I want to dream it, I live it, and he just started. And he's just getting all this shine. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I do have if you shine, whatever you do, I don't care if a person shine. I just, like, if you gonna shine, take it serious.
Right. Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm gonna say. If you gonna go this route and you blow up and then you be like, you know, I need to be an artist because I'm blowing up in this lane, then take it serious.
Like Lil Baby said, he said, I ain't even want to do rap for real. He just started. But
once he started, it blew up, and then he took it serious.
He took it serious, the hell yeah.
You know, and boom, you know. And so I'm not gonna knock people's talent because sometimes you just gotta dabble into something to see that you're even good at it.
No, facts, you do.
So, man, what is a controversial opinion you have that you stand on no matter what?
A controversial opinion that I stand on. That's a good question. A controversial opinion. Motherfucker eating Wendy's and shit.
Can't let it get too cold.
Yeah, like eating Wendy's and shit. Controversial opinion that I stand on. I'll say this one, and I don't know if it's controversial or not, but if you look the part will come. So I guess like this, you can, if you carry yourself as if you have money is going to attract you. You know what I mean? I stand on that shit. You know what I mean? Like by far. Sometimes I could be walking around here with pennies in my pocket, you dig, but I carry myself as if the money's already like embedded in me. So it's going to be automatically attracted to me no matter what. You know, like most poor people, like if you see poor people on the street, you're just not going to go walk up to a poor person and be like, hey, I'm going to give you a mansion. because you're like, damn, now you got to think about all the risks you're taking giving this poor person a mansion versus going up to somebody that looked the part. You know what I mean? Like, y'all want to give you a mansion or whatever. And this is just a dumb excuse I just came up. I mean, an example that I came up with. I'm gonna give you a mansion, and you already know in the back of your mind, like, damn, it's gonna be well kept. You know what I mean? It's gonna be still smelling good or whatever. It's gonna be still the way it looks when I left it or gave it to him. You know?
Right.
Yeah.
That's how I am when I go to the club. Like sometimes I get to the point like because I every time I go out and take pictures, I go buy a new outfit.
Right.
And I was telling my friend like if I come like I'm not really dressed that well, then people is like he must not be good at what he do.
Right.
Because he obviously ain't making no money from it to go buy some clothes.
Right. And that's
you know what I'm saying?
And that's that stereotypical world that we live in, you know what I mean? And which is like I get it, you know what I mean? But sometimes as a photographer, photographers don't have a fucking dress code. Like me as a nightlife navigator, because I don't want to use the word promoter anymore. It has a bad name to it. So I call myself a nightlife navigator. I have to look the part. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I gotta look. I gotta dress the part. You know what I mean? I gotta look the part. You know what I mean? It just goes all well rounded with the job title. You know what I mean? But as a photographer, if people being stereotypical about how a photographer dress, like they're out there rabbit ass mind. You know what I mean? You're a fucking photographer. Who says a photographer has a dress code? I ain't never heard of a photographer has a dress code.
But the fact that, and that's what makes me stand out. Like if you see me really in my element, like a lot of people really starting to know me and they really starting to like see me in my element, like, okay, dress nice. He's still interactive. He's not like a photographer that just takes pictures. Right. I still dance with everybody. I still do karaoke. You know what I'm saying? And I do tattoos as well. So it's like all that stuff all that stuff matters when you really in that business because it helps people be comfortable with you.
Right. And once they're comfortable with you, you know what I mean? That's when you can go ahead and dish off like, yo, especially when it comes to tattooing and shit, you know what I mean? That's a different ballgame. You on people's skin. So shit, if you're comfortable with me like this right now, you know what I mean, you can be comfortable while being on your skin, doing tattoos and shit, you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, even with pictures though too, shit. Especially if they want to do nude pics. What? What? Well, if I want to get some nude pics and shit.
Man, we finna switch it up real quick and go right into some relationship type questions.
Oh, fuck. Here we go with this shit.
Man, what's your take? Do people really want love or they just want attention?
I ain't gonna lie. This day and age that we're living in now, females want financial advisors. You dig? They don't really want love right now. It's not their era for love, you know? And I'm not speaking for all women, but I'm going to say a good percentage of women right now is not looking for no goddamn love. You know what I mean? They're focused on their finances and they're focusing on giving attention. They just want somebody to be there. You know what I mean? That's it. They just want somebody to be there. And I'm not talking to the ones that are actually focused on love and want love and shit like that. If this don't contain to you, please don't say shit. But yeah, for the most part, they just want attention and their finances to be taken care of. That's facts though, but it's all in the fucking music though. I think I call it hoe culture. Even all the good girls and shit nowadays or whatever, all the good girls that's coming up, they just so driven into fucking hoe culture. You know what I mean?
Money, money, money.
Yeah, it's just crazy though, bro. Like everything is fucking money, 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 money. And not knowing, ladies, y'all need to understand this concept. If a nigga really vibing with you, he gonna spend that bread without you fucking asking. The moment you ask, that's when you fuck up your blessing. Like that's real talk. Like they need to understand that shit. Don't ask. You know what I mean? You ain't gotta ask. The motherfucker, if he vibe with you, he gonna spend that bread. Cause in the back of as a man, we already know automatically we're gonna have to spend bread regardless. You know what I mean? But if you get up there asking, can you buy me a drink? Can you take me out to eat? You done fucked up the whole blessing. I don't want to do it now because now you so adequate of asking. Like, damn, just be calm, be a lady, and let it flow. Now, ladies got to be understand this shit though too. Now, if you see a nigga just want to hang out, and ain't trying to spend no bread, okay, go the opposite way. He ain't interested in you that way. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. But this a topic motherfuckers gonna be on for a long ass time. And I don't want to spend too much time on it.
So I asked you like, because this is a question. This question right here is something I need women to really understand. So I hope you like. I'm gonna put my input in it after you.
Mm-hmm.
But what is something that women think men that think? What is something that women think men care about but really don't?
Men, well, I'm gonna say this: women think men really care about having sex all the time. We honestly, we really don't. I can't. I'm not gonna speak for all men, and I'm not speaking for all women, but the majority. Most men don't really give a fuck about sex all the time, and women think that's all we care about. You know what I mean? That's not all we care about, especially if you're out there trying to find your one. You know what I mean? If at the end of the day, I'm just looking for a motherfucker to just to be appreciative of the things that I've done. At the end of the day, like show me some kind of appreciation. You know what I mean? Show me that you can, and not even down. I don't even want to use that terminology no more. I need a bitch to be down for me. No, hell no. I want a motherfucker just to be appreciative of the things that I've done or the things that I'm doing. You know what I mean? And that's basically it. You know what I mean?
Yep, I get it. Trust me. I want a woman that's man like, and that's what I be trying to tell people. Like, learn your man's love language.
Facts.
Like, you thinking that sex is his love language, but he just wants you to support him. He wants you to share his post.
Right.
You always sharing his posts every single time. We gonna notice it.
Facts.
And that's gonna mean so much to us. Like, and women don't get it. He's like, well, it's like this is what women love to do. They love to give us what we don't ask for.
Exactly.
And think that we're supposed to be grateful for getting it. And I'm gonna be grateful for that you thought about me, but it's like you really didn't give me what I was asking for.
Right.
Like for me, you know what I'm saying? I'm a Christian, it's like that. I ask women, love God. Show me how much you love God. Show me how much you want to be, go to church. See how much you really want to love. And that's all I ever ask. I don't ask nothing else. I don't even ask for your support. Just worry about God. And it's like, that's too much to ask for. They keep, I gave you this. Like I had one girl buy me this.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks. But I want you to I want you to do this though.
Right.
That's my love language. And it's like, you be thinking we care about all this stuff, and it's like, bro, I care about you, what I asked you to do. And everybody got their own things, what they need their woman to do. But
right.
you know.
Yeah, and the thing, I don't really be with me when it comes to my ladies and shit, you know what I mean? I don't really be asking for too much, you know what I mean? Like, I don't really be asking. I want you to pay attention to what type of nigga that you're dealing with, you know what I mean, and just start doing or picking up the pieces where you know he can be better at, you know what I mean? I don't want to ask. You're supposed to be attentive to your person that you're dealing with. You did?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But yeah, on this relationship shit, this shit could be all day. This could be the whole motherfucking podcast for real.
All right.
Cause this shit it get way much deeper than just these two questions that you asked, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
I got a few more, man. What is a toxic trait you secretly love about yourself? Now, that's crazy.
A toxic trait
That's
that
a
I
crazy
secretly
question.
love about myself.
That's a crazy question.
I wouldn't consider it toxic, but being honest. Most women, on some real shit, most women cannot handle the fucking truth. You know what I mean? But I give it to them. I give women the truth. Reason why is because I feel like they deserve the truth more than they deserve love. You know what I mean? Because if you give a woman the truth, it gives her the opportunity to really love you for who you really are and not for this person that you're trying to portray. You know what I mean? Also, my thing with the truth is I never lie to a woman because if she really like you, she'll lie to herself. You know what I mean? So
What you mean?
So peep game, right? This is what I mean by that. I see a woman, I let her know, like, look, I deal with a lot of women. You know what I mean?
Right.
And you telling her up front gives her the opportunity to choose, like, okay, this is not the type of man that I want to deal with. Knowing her standards is already like, damn, I just want to be, I guess, monogamous. Just want to have one man that don't deal with no women or whatever, you know?
Right.
But if she like you and shit, you telling her the truth and she still continue on with it, she gonna lie to herself. Like, you know what? I think I can handle this. You know what I mean? I think I can deal with this type of nigga. You know what I mean? Like, I really like him. He ain't really doing too much of nothing. You know what I mean? That's why I always put the ball in a woman's court. That's why I will never lie. For real, I will never lie about nothing. You know what I mean?
My toxic trait would be pressure. I put pressure on my women.
Well, they say pressure, McDiamond, some shit like
Right.
that. Yeah.
I put pressure on them because you know how right now I'm 173 days sober from weed.
Oh, congratulations.
You know what I'm saying? And thank you.
Yeah.
And now it's sipping. Like that's the next thing. And women love to sip. If they not smoking, then they sipping.
Right.
If somebody not smoking, they sipping. And I want to get to the point where I'm not doing none of it.
Facts.
Not only am I not doing that, but I'm working out
Mm-hmm.
and I'm eating healthier. Those are the hardest things in people's life to do.
Right.
Put down the drugs, eat healthy, and work out.
Facts.
But I know that those things right there are going to make you amazing.
Nah, seriously. especially you're reaching your 30s and shit, right? Yeah. It's mandatory that you start considering your health on a whole nother level. You don't want to do it too late. You know what I mean? So working out, stop smoking and shit, and drinking. You know what I mean? And the thing about it is, you work in a nightlife too. You know, so therefore, doing things in moderation is what help the most too. You know what I mean? Like, you ain't got to go out and drink every fucking time. You got to go take pictures or do a tattoo and all that kind of shit. You know what I mean? Do that shit in moderation. You'll be good for sure. But stopping completely too would be good too. You know what I mean? That shows you got
because I just feel like
fucking power and strength.
I just feel like ain't no moderation with me.
You just want to be done completely.
Because I'm gonna just keep creeping in and I do nightlife stuff on the weekend and in the middle of the week.
Right.
So it's like ain't no time to chill. And then you might want to do it when women come over and stuff like that.
Right.
I just gotta quit it completely. Can't hold on to it because like the same thing with weed. It wasn't just smoke one blunt a day. No, I'm smoking 5.
Damn. 5 a day is fucking crazy.
And that's just how it is. And but you gotta know yourself.
No, you do. That's why I say I can do shit in moderation because shit, me, I'm really embedded in a nightlife. You know what I mean? That's my whole entire, that's my life. That's my bread. That's my butter. That's my money. You know what I mean? And you have to be mentally strong to go out there and be like, look, I'm not drinking on a Friday and Saturday, knowing clubs are supplying you with fucking bottles, supplying you with liquor.
For free.
You know what I mean? For free. It's just like, damn. But you got to be so strong, and strong-willed to be like, okay, no, I ain't really drinking. Okay, I'm going to just dish the drinks out. You know what I mean? And I've been doing that lately, though, too. I'll have pineapple juice. You know what I mean? I'll go out whole night, pineapple juice. I don't have to drink. Drinking ain't really my thing anyway, you know what I mean? Or smoking. I never smoked, so I ain't really worried about that. But you got to be real strong-willed, bro, to really, like, for one, cut shit cold turkey like you doing, but 2, still be in the atmosphere and doing shit in moderation. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
So, I got one more question for you, man. What does success look like for you? Not money-wise, but in life.
Well, shit, I can't speak success without talking about finances. You know what I mean? Because, shit, we live in a world where, I can't go pay my phone bill with love. You know what I mean? I can't pay fucking my rent with love. So we got to speak finances when it comes to success. As of right now, I got something big that I'm about to be dropping. A lot of people may know that I had my Peep Game You Lame sweaters and shit like that. My gear that'll come out every winter. But I've been working for a long time on my Peep Game You Lame fragrance called Peep Game. You know what I mean? Right. That's coming out. This dropping. Shout out to the fragrance guy. He's actually been helping me put this together. The shit has not been easy, and it has not been cheap either. I didn't know it was gonna be this costly to create a fragrance, but being how I am, I want things done like perfect, because I want the fragrance to make people actually feel good about it. You know what I mean? Like, so yeah, shout out to the fragrance guy for allowing me, for helping me come up with this fragrance. You know what I mean? So that's gonna be dropping soon. So hopefully success will be looking real good around that time for damn sure. But like far as being a nightlife navigator, um, I have to just take things a hell of a lot more seriously when it comes to that because I know this is my income, this is my bread and butter and shit, and I'm looking to expand and really get my own place instead of putting everybody on these fucking vacations and extravagant excursions to different venues and shit. You know what I mean? Even though it's cool doing that, but I want to establish my own place in the near future. You know what I mean? So everything could be in house and also just easy for people to come out and enjoy themselves. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah.
For me, I just see me being at the success for me is being at the level that I want to be with this camera stuff and tattoo stuff, and then the clientele is consistent.
Right.
That's all I need because those are two very lucrative jobs, or I wouldn't say jobs, or things that I do. If I just had consistent clientele, and then I'm like, saying like weddings, you can make $1,000 shooting a wedding.
Right.
You can, if tattoos would be so good, you can charge, $500, $700 easy.
An hour too.
Yeah. So like, I'm trying to just get to that point with all those things, and then because I love doing it, I wouldn't say like I don't want to do anything.
Right.
I just want to be sitting back, and then I also do want that passive income as well.
Facts. Gotta have it.
Usually have like a product. That's why I'm always making stuff.
Gotta have it.
I just got back into my 3D stuff this week. Past 2 weeks, I've been just worried about all my 3D stuff, designing and stuff like that.
Right.
So I can get back into that. And then, like I said, I just ordered my welding machine. And you see, I'm a very I like sculptures and stuff like that. So that's why I like the 3D stuff and the welding stuff I'm gonna do.
Right.
So if I can get those flowing, I'm good. And just getting paid for what I'm worth.
Yeah, make it happen.
Because right now I'm building a portfolio that's so ugly. When big names come to me, I can say, hey, I need this much.
Right.
The pictures are crispy. I've done a lot of them, so you can't say I ain't got experience with it. You know what I'm saying? And I know how to edit, know how to do video stuff, the whole package. I need my money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what success look like to me. And then obviously with my woman, I want to get my woman, who I'm with at the time, and her into some type of business.
Right.
I don't want to be just sitting around and stuff like that, but I also don't want her working super hard.
Right. Exactly.
So that's also what I'm doing with my lady right now. We're working on making either a lotion or a hair product.
Oh yeah, that's dope right there. You definitely it'll flourish out here because it keeps people hair dry.
Yeah, that's what we're. Yeah, that's why. And then plus she's beautiful. People just love to talk to her. So I know if I just put the product in her hand, it'll take off.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
And that goes back to that question you asked earlier. Like, what's something that females think men want, but like say we just a partner, somebody that's willing to help. You know what I mean, that sees the dream and wants to actually, help the dream come true. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's what's needed as well too. You know what I mean?
So, man, we hear everything on the nail. We asked some stuff about you, some relationship stuff.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? What success is, and man, it's gonna be plenty more of these. You know what I'm saying? Your brother probably come on here by himself, but I would like both of y'all to be on here. We can have like we can have like a real like an hour and a half, 2 hours, maybe even another person. I got more than enough mics. I love this couch for a reason. We get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people on this mother. You know what I'm saying? It up.
Yeah.
And
I ain't know. Like I mean, I could have brought the whole gang and shit.
Really had a conversation.
Yeah, that'd have been decent. Next time, just let me know. I could bring.
Yeah, because I can keep this running.
I can have this motherfucker feel. You feel?
This ain't gonna stop. The more people that people see it online, they be like, is he 5 people up in there? Like everybody, you can hear everybody.
Yeah.
Boom. So we lit.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, appreciate you for having me, my man.
For sure.
Yeah. Until next time, for sure.
Yeah. And we out of here.